Governor DeWine says state-funded daycares will be open for business after President Trump froze funding. Republicans are urging Minnesota and Ohio to change their protocols, claiming Somali-run businesses are taking advantage of taxpayer money.
The Somalians are ripping off our country.
But Governor Mike DeWine is pushing back against it.
We are as vigilant as we can about fraud.
Islam's coming to America.
Islam's coming to America?
Yes, it's coming.
Wait, is this going to be
One day, America will become a Muslim state.
Listen.
I'm listening.
You are from India. You are not a white person.
You should be outraged by the fraud, but instead you're attacking us because we're calling out fraud.
You're just saying some bullshit that you're not even
I think you're mistaken.
You don't know how we
So things are getting a little tight as you see what's going on with Minnesota. Everything is falling apart. Tim Walz is no longer running again for governor. Hearings are happening right now. We'll be talking about those highlights tomorrow. But, you know, everything is getting real serious right now. So now the official line is still the same. There's nothing to see here. The systems are working. Trust the process. Sure, but while all that is happening, I want to go back to Ohio because we talked about Ohio before and it's starting to look real familiar because we see the same industry, we see the same excuses, and we see the same defensive postures, not just from the people who are running these businesses, but from the governor of Ohio.
Right-wing social media accounts have alleged that Somali-owned daycare centers in Columbus have been receiving public dollars without providing services to kids. This led Dayton area Republican Tom Young and 40 state lawmakers to send a letter to DeWine's administration, urging it to investigate.
Morgan, we have every right to ask any question in regards to how taxpayers' dollars are spent.
So on top of that, the big problem is that we're seeing some really serious connections, not accusations, but connections to people in very powerful positions, even international ones. I'm not saying everyone is guilty, but it does mean pretending that this is all isolated is getting harder by the day. Let's get into it.
Bad Christians, you're bad Jewish. You're terrorists. This is anti-Islam. You hate Islam.
The state of Ohio didn't randomly enter this story. Ohio has a large Medicaid system, a fast-growing home health care industry, and a track record of fraud investigations in the same exact space. And that matters because home health care is one of the easiest Medicaid programs to exploit. It's paperwork heavy, it's lightly supervised, and a lot of it happens behind closed doors, which means if you want to be a fraud and abuse the system, this would be the lane to do it in. So when Ohio starts showing the same warning signs Minnesota showed before everything blew up, people are going to notice and people are going to investigate it. So when you hear from the leadership, Ohio governor, you hear oversight is in place, fraud is rare, bad actors are already being dealt with. Then independent journalists show up and suddenly nobody wants to answer questions, facilities don't look operational, staff gets hostile instead of being transparent, basic information becomes a problem.
Yes, how may I help you?
Oh, are you with this?
What's going on?
I was just going to ask a couple questions about home health care for somebody in their 90s.
We're not ready to answer questions.
Okay. You're not taking patients?
No, we're not taking patients.
Okay. All right.
It's free to go.
Okay. Thank you very much. Hi.
What are you guys doing here?
Asking about home health care services.
Look, you're not asking on home health care services. I know you. I know you.
I don't think you know me.
I know you.
Okay, I'm Mahek.
No, I'm not gonna shake hands.
That's okay. That's fine.
You can record whatever you want.
Oh, I know. We're recording because I was assaulted.
I know you are just spreading a lot of bunch of BS.
What's the BS?
You're talking about Somalis. I've seen you so many times in Fox News.
I've spoken about the issue in Minnesota or Minneapolis in particular.
No, listen.
I'm listening.
Listen.
I'm listening.
You are from India. You are not a white person.
I wasn't trying to pretend I was.
What does that have to do with anything? Now, you see this interaction here. She was going to walk away. She asked a question. They didn't have any information. They didn't want to talk to her, which is in their right. They don't have to. She is not in any position of authority. She's not the state officials. So it would make sense just to let her walk away. You say, no, I have nothing to say. We don't have any information for you. We don't have to talk to you. Just move on.
Listen. Get out of our house. You're not supposed to be here.
This isn't private property.
This is a private property.
It's not.
It's a private property.
I'm knocking on doors to ask.
We've got every right to be here.
No, you don't have every right to be here.
We have every right to be here.
Spreading lies.
Wait.
We're not spreading any
Hold on
lies.
one second.
Yeah,
Can I speak?
you guys
No,
are
you
not
can't.
supposed to be here.
Because
If you're
your
gonna-
last name is Cook doesn't mean that you're white. You are from India, and you are just spreading a lot of bunch of BS.
It's not a
Who do you
bunch of
think you are?
BS. Who do you think you are?
Why does he need to bring that up? I mean, who cares if she's Indian or white? Why is he putting that into the conversation? What's the point of that?
Who you think you are telling me that I can't ask?
Why are you coming to harass us? Why are you coming to harass us?
We're not coming to harass anyone.
You guys looking for, you guys can go Department of
Listen, who give you this job to do it?
and then you guys can ask them how this
Who give you this
operated.
job to do it? Who has you have no right to be here.
We have every right to be here.
No, you don't have no right.
We have every right to be here.
There's no ticket to harass. You said
You are
we
harassing
have
people.
no.
We're not harassing anyone.
You just running around. You just go.
Just knock on the
spread
door.
a
You guys
lot
are
of-
the ones
why-
yelling at
why
us.
are you-
We're
why are you
simply
knocking
asking
the door?
questions, and then you guys are trying to intimidate us.
You guys are healthcare
You-
company.
you-
What you're doing is wrong. I do.
You guys are trying to intimidate us right now.
You guys came to our office.
You said
You guys
you
came to our
didn't
office.
want
No,
to
that's
answer
fine. You can
questions
ask
about
questions,
home
but
health
who you
You guys are you guys are trying to intimidate us. You're telling us we're not allowed to be
You guys are
here.
here to intimidate us. Why are you knocking on the door?
Why do all of you have your phones out right now?
Yeah, because we wondered.
Why do you have a speaker on?
For safety, for my own safety.
This is when you think it's time to de-escalate the situation. All they had to do is say, we don't have anything to say to you. You can go. But he wanted to say more than just saying, we don't have anything to tell you. Calling her out on her race, which is weird because that's the exact same issue that he probably has, where he thinks that people are after him and his people due to race. Why would her being Indian have anything to do with the fact that they went to this medical office looking for information? And usually when you go to a medical office, you get information. But clearly they don't have any information to give her because they don't want to deal with it, right? Which is totally fine. But this whole situation is a corridor, very small, close quarters situation. Why don't they just let her leave, let her group leave, and go on with their day?
Safety too.
No, you can record it.
You guys have no right to be here. You guys gotta leave right now.
Spread
A bunch of BS. You need to leave. You need to leave right now. Move away.
Those guys
They're here to harass us. Because your last name is Scooby.
Look, we're peacefully here.
These ladies that spread a lot of BS about Somali.
That's not true, and you know that. No, did you see my last video? Did you see my last video? I actually spoke to a really nice lady from Somalia and specifically, that's not true.
We're talking about fraud, not Somalis.
No, not at all. No, I actually.
We're talking about fraud.
You guys not go Department of whoever issued license and then ask them how they deal with this.
We did
Instead, you
actually.
guys came businesses.
No, we
Harassing
actually,
people.
I asked about home health care rates and services.
No,
And just so
no,
you know,
no,
the
no,
last.
Why don't you go there? Office,
We
and
did.
then
We actually
how they
spoke to
operate,
somebody. We
how
spoke
they
to
operate,
somebody
how they
here.
do review, how they inspect it. Why don't you go there?
We've done
Instead,
both.
you go here.
We've honestly done both. We've actually talked to the agency and then also
who you
talking
work
to a
for?
couple healthcare.
Who you
We're
for?
just
Why are you
asking if
spreading these lies?
What's the lie?
Because of you lies, you saying they steal money, they do this, they do
I've
that.
never said you stole
And
money.
nobody steal money. You know,
Nobody
if you're
has
missing
said-
one time sheet, you're gonna get
Secondly,
citation,
who
and you're gonna go.
Yeah, that's accurate.
So then,
This is unnecessary. If you have done nothing wrong, even if you don't want to talk to her, just don't talk to her. You don't have to speak to her. They wanted to give her the business to complain because they're offended by anyone asking about their business. This is based on fraud. Individuals committing fraud, many of them from the Somali community. Not every Somali is committing fraud. If you did not commit fraud, you're fine. You don't have to do anything. Just be transparent with the federal and state authorities and you're good. You're good to go. All this is totally unnecessary. They're not there to de-escalate the situation. It looks like they're trying to start something.
But who said
then why you're
you're
not
stealing?
Because every video you watch on the TikTok, whatever, you there
everywhere.
lying, saying Somali people
No,
never
that's
steal
not
money.
accurate.
No,
You should look at my last video. It's actually from
You have a problem with Somalis? That's up to you.
Somalis,
But
The
don't lie to
last
the
video I
Americans.
posted was a very nice
You're
lady
just
who actually
spreading
walked
hate,
through
you're spreading
daycare
a lot of
system.
lies,
That's not
spreading a lot
true.
of BS.
Well,
and
I think you're unhinged, so I'm not
horrible.
speaking to you. You're respectful.
No,
You should go
well-
look at the last video about a really nice person who sat down, treated me with respect, and then I explained that this
Then
is
why you not respecting the community? Then
we
you're saying all
100%
that lies.
have. Where's the lie?
Yeah, you just saying some bullshit that you're not even.
I think you're
review it.
mistaken.
You don't.
We are reviewing
You don't
it.
know how
Try
we.
to go into a daycare
Like,
So they're taking a personal attack. So if you criticize, I guess, anything that they're doing, and again, this is a separate business. There's all separate businesses. They're conflating that people are accusing the entire community of fraud when it's not. They're going to individual businesses and checking to see what's going on. And I repeat, you do not have to answer this person. She is not a state authority. She's not a federal authority. Just let her go. They wanted to give her their 2 cents And this is why they're going back and forth.
If you guys are a legitimate business, you should be outraged by the fraud. But instead, you're attacking us because we're calling out fraud. Oh, yeah, sorry, you're attacking my friend. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. You're attacking my friend instead of just me. Okay?
If you investigate fraud, why don't you go to other people?
We're going everywhere. We're going everywhere.
No.
100%.
No. You are profiling Somalis and you're going
That's not true.
There's no way.
There's 34 home health care services in this building. Of course we're going to be in a building with 34 home health care services.
Why don't we see one video of you guys going to a white business?
Well,
or going to
most
an
of the
Indian
home
business?
health care are right
or going
here.
to another business? Why are you going on Somalis? Tell me.
We have not been profiling. There's 34 here. We've knocked on the door of every 34 businesses
I
here.
don't know who is owned here. We just
Look, you're attacking her for being
One nice lady actually went through all the services and things like that.
She went to daycare the other day. She was trying to go forcefully into a daycare. Do you know the rules of daycare?
We're trying to expose fraud.
Okay, well, thank you very much.
If you're doing that, you just go the goes who give the license and then ask that question.
Yeah, we have.
How they operate,
okay.
How they review, how they inspect it. And then you go from there. You find out you don't satisfy what they tell you, and then there you can say something. But you cannot come to my office and say, hey, you're taking person. No. There's a rule and
We're simply asking questions.
And then
if you said no, I walked away, right? The minute you said no.
That's important. She walked away. This confrontation did not need to happen. Once you said no, she walked away. All this extra nonsense is based on them getting offended, looking suspicious, and looking like they're having something to hide. All you had to do was let her go.
Look, you're the ones following us and arguing with us.
You have 6 guys in a small hallway posted up waiting for us, and we come down and you're right back here telling it like, that's
I mean, we actually were walking away.
Listen,
so
you guys.
The only people being harassed today are
We're not
us.
speaking to you anymore. We're done with this conversation.
That's not
I know
fair.
who you are.
Look, guys, the only ones being harassed today are
you have
us.
actually been very kind, so I respect you. I don't respect your friend. If you actually go through my social media, you will see me talk about fraud in Minnesota. Nothing about the community here.
Don't you know they reviewed that and then they never find no fraud?
You probably are 100% legitimate then. That doesn't stop anybody.
That doesn't mean others aren't.
I didn't say there was fraud here. We're just
That's
asking
what you're going
questions.
after, right?
We're asking
going after
questions.
fraud.
True, but I mean,
We're
I just want to
asking
know
questions
who
of
might
business
be
owners, that's all.
You guys need to be fair. You want to report something,
So
to
did
go
you?
directly what's going on. But
We
you don't
did.
have to just exaggerate the lies
There's no
and just
lies.
create all these chaos.
Did you see my last video of a very nice Somali daycare?
Starting from the president all the way down to you guys sitting standing here.
They're mad at the wrong people. I think they're online. They're probably seeing a lot of comments saying some probably crazy stuff. And then they think that every single person that's speaking out on this situation is the same person that's commenting and saying something crazy. It's not true. You need to look at individual cases the same way that a lot of these investigative journalists are looking at every single case of businesses that are taking in taxpayer money and seeing if they are running a legitimate business. If you're running a legitimate business, you have nothing to worry about.
Just the same story.
You're not
in
hearing
one
me
small
on
community. That's not fair.
It's not the Somali community.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what you guys going after.
That is not it.
Yes, that's what it is. Why don't you go to other daycares and other home
We
cares?
have.
We've gone to over 20 daycares in this city. I'm not lying.
It's honestly, I think this is a pointless conversation.
It is. I mean, we're not
Thank you
getting
though for
it.
being kind.
Thanks, guys.
All right.
Not just spread a bunch of BS in the news.
Yeah, okay.
Now, no one is required to talk to journalists. You don't have to. I need to keep repeating that. But here's the question people keep asking. If everything is clean, why does every single simple question feels like a personal attack? That's not proof of wrongdoing, but it is a pattern. This is where a lot of deja vu is happening. We keep seeing multiple healthcare companies at the same address, same suites with different names, same billing companies. We've seen a lot of defensive behavior. And again, that's not all illegal by itself, but Minnesota looked exactly like this before anyone admitted that there was a problem, before the governor could no longer run to be reelected. We're seeing the same setup, we see the same tone, we see the same refusal to explain anything. So when people say this is totally different, the details don't really support that. Now let's talk about how crazy this UN connection is, because this is where the story shifts. Some of these Ohio healthcare entities are connected.
This Somalia rabbit hole runs deep. Say hello to the ambassador of Somalia for the United Nations, Abukar Dahir Osman. let alone that he leads the Somalia's mission as of January 2026.
Learning that Somalia's ambassador to the United Nations was involved in a shady Ohio healthcare company convicted of Medicaid fraud. Deputy HHS Secretary Jim O'Neill revealing that on X. I can confirm that public speculation, Ambassador Abukar Dahir Osman, permanent representative of Somalia to the UN and president of the Security Council, is in fact associated with a progressive health care service, a home health agency in Cincinnati. HHS has previously taken action against Progressive in response to a conviction for Medicaid fraud.
His country holds the rotating presidency of the United Nations Security Council. But guess where he used to live and he used to work? Cincinnati, Ohio. Oh, it gets better. He worked for many years in Cincinnati, Ohio, in roles related to social services, including a supervisor at Adult Medicaid Unit of the Franklin County Department of Job and Family Services, and as a social programming specialist and case manager. And he also founded and consulted for Beacon Educational Services and worked with the International Academy of Columbus. But here's the tip of the iceberg. Public filings from the Ohio Secretary of State show that Mr. Osman was listed as the statutory agent for Progressive Healthcare Services Incorporated in Cincinnati, Ohio, which is a Cincinnati-based home healthcare company, after he was appointed to be Somalia's UN ambassador in 2017. And records are also listing him as managing director of the company between 2014 and 2019. I just find it so crazy that a lot of these influential people that are rising up in their roles have origins in a lot of the areas that now justice is being served in.
This is crazy. Absolutely insane. There's so many connections between really powerful people and this fraud, the alleged fraud that's happening across the country. And you can't make it up. This is not something that people are just, all of a sudden people are targeting the Somali people. Now the Ohio governor is pretending that everything is fine. He has everything under control. I don't think so. The evidence is showing otherwise. Some of these Ohio healthcare entities are connected to people holding serious influence, government advisors, diplomatic figures, international roles. So you see all this. When U.S. taxpayer-funded programs overlap with people in very powerful political positions, that warrants attention, especially in an industry that already has a fraud history. That's not paranoia. That's how oversight is supposed to work. Fraud at the bottom gets punished quickly, especially if you're really, really bad at it. Fraud near power gets complicated. Suddenly, investigations slow down, questions become harassment, critics get labeled instead of being answered, and accountability quickly disappears. That's not unique to this story. That's how systems behave when pressure meets influence, which is why people are not letting this go. So talking about those guys that went after the journalists, nobody there is making accusations. No one is declaring guilt, but patterns matter. Minnesota was not a fluke, and Ohio does not look like a coincidence. So when international connections enter the picture, that's when this stops being a local story. This is all about oversight, transparency, and whether leaders actually want answers or just silence. If everything is legitimate, sunlight should not be a threat. And if sunlight is a problem, well, that's where the real story starts. The Ohio governor should not fall in the same pattern as Tim Walz. Take it seriously. Don't pretend you have everything under control, and get this stamped out before you have an issue as well, because Tim Walz, his political career is over. And if he wants to follow the same path, well, just keep doing what you're doing, because this is a huge story and they need to take it seriously. But let me know what you guys think about this story in the comments below. Thank you for taking time to watch this video, and I'll see you guys in the next video.